Hi. In 8th class, you have one particular chapter. Its name is Rational Numbers. So, as all of you know, n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. The numbers which we use to count are known as natural numbers, and to these natural numbers, if we add 0, these numbers are called as whole numbers. And after that you learned about the integers. Somewhere they start at infinity, and we see at -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. These are known as integers. You are learning about all these things in my previous videos. Even about rational numbers also you learn. The number which is in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. The number which is in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0, is known as rational number. Any number which can be expressed in the form of p by q, not in the form of p by q. For example, 2. 2 is not in the form of p by q, but we can write it as 2 by 1. 2 by 1 can be written as 8 by 4. 8 by 4 can be written as 16 by 8. 16 by 8 can be written as 32 by 16. These are all the forms of 2 only. So 2 is rational number because 2 can be expressed in the form of p by q. So here we learn first, all natural numbers are rational numbers, all whole numbers are rational numbers, all integers which is represented by z are rational numbers. Other than these three, there are some rational numbers which we learned in our previous classes. They are proper fractions and improper fractions. So numbers 3 by 5, 6 by 7, 8 by 9, and here 11 by 3, 15 by 7, 16 by 9, these are also rational numbers. So then which are not rational numbers? The numbers which cannot be expressed in the form of p by q. For example, 2.3267881112223333 something it is coming, and it is going infinitely, and we are unable to end the division. Then if somebody gives us and if they ask us to express this in the form of p by q, it is difficult for us. So this type of numbers are irrational numbers. Today we are going to learn about rational numbers. In the rational numbers, the first property we are learning, that is closure property. Closure property you learned in your 6th class for natural numbers, for whole numbers, and in 7th class you learned the same closure property for natural numbers and whole numbers and for integers. Now in this 8th class you are learning this closure property for rational numbers. First of all, what is closure property? If a is a rational number and b is a rational number, then a plus b is also a rational number. Then that is called closure property. Or rational numbers are closure with respect to addition. For example, take 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is a rational number. Take 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is a rational number. Add both of them. What is the LCM? For 2 and 4 LCM, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 1. So 2 into 2 is equal to how much? 4. 4 is the LCM. 2 twos are 4, 4 ones are 4. 5 by 4. We added these two rational numbers. We got a rational number. Sum of any two rational numbers is a rational number. That's why rational numbers are satisfying the closure property with respect to addition. Natural numbers, sum of any two natural numbers, 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. 1 is natural number, 2 is also a natural number. Sum of the two natural numbers is a natural number. So natural numbers followed the closure property. Even integers also satisfy the closure property. Even whole numbers also satisfy the closure property. So this closure property does not come for you in 9th and 10th classes. It will be in 8th, and again it will come in MSc or BSc mathematics. So once you see, natural numbers satisfies closure property, whole numbers satisfy closure property, integers satisfy closure property, rational numbers also satisfy closure property with respect to addition. With respect to addition. When you see the first pages of the textbook, these terms are there, so you learn them clearly. Then the next property we are learning, commutative property. What property? Commutative property. Again I am taking two rational numbers. One is 1 by 2 and another number I am taking 3 by something. I will take 3 by 5. First I will add 1 by 2 plus 3 by 5. Cross multiplication, 1 by 2 into 5 by 5 plus 3 by 5 into 2 by 2. So 5 by 10 plus 3 by 3 to the 6, 6 by 10. So 10, 5 plus 6 is how much? 11. 11 by 10. So 1 by 2 plus 3 by 5, we got this answer. Here I will do 3 by 5 plus 1 by 2. Again I will do cross multiplication into 2 by 2, 1 by 2 into 5 by 5, 6 by 10 plus 5 by 10. Again here also I got 11 by 10. Here not only I am teaching you the closure property, even addition of fractions also you have to learn here. Even if you are 6th class also, no problem, you can learn. 5 we are multiplying here, 2 here we are multiplying. So that they are becoming like fractions, we are adding the numerators and keeping the denominator as it is. In the similar way, when we changed the order of addition, we got the same answer. So 1 by 2 plus 3 by 5 is equal to 3 by plus 5 1 by 2. Rational numbers are commutative with respect to addition. Okay. Even natural numbers also commutative with respect to addition. Natural numbers are commutative with respect to addition. Whole numbers are commutative with respect to addition. Integers are commutative with respect to addition. And rational numbers also commutative with respect to addition. So in this video, you are going to learn all the properties. Okay, that's why I am giving simple examples. After that, you practice. Associative property. What is associative property? For any 3 ABC, A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. I'll do one thing. I'll take 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 5 by 6. 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4 plus 5 by 6. I am adding first to these two. What is the LCM? For 2 and 4, 4 is the highest. 4, 2 2s are 4 and 4 1s are 4 plus 5 by 6. 5 by 4 plus 5 by 6. Here we got different denominators. 4 and 6. 4 and 6 LCM. 2 2s are 2, 3s are 2, 1s are 3 will be like that. So 2 into 2 into 3, how much? 12. So 5 by 4, 4 3s are 12. 4 into 3, 12. So 5 into 3 in the numerator. 6 into 2, 12. So 5 into 2. So 15 by 12 plus 10 by 12, which is equal to how much, Nana? 25 by 12. I will keep that answer aside. 25 by 12 is the first answer. That is equal to 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4 plus 5 by 6. Okay. What we have to do now? We have to do now 1 by 2. Do you remember the fractions? I remember the fractions. 1 by 2, 3 by 4 plus 5 by 6. 1 by 2 plus here for 4 and 6 just now we got LCM 12. 4 3s are 12, 3 3s are 9, 6 2s are 12, 5 2s are 9. 1 by 2 plus 19 by 12. Now for 2 and 12, 12 is the multiple of 2. So in given two numbers, when second number is the multiple of first number, the bigger number will become LCM. 2 6 are 12 here, 6, 12 1 are 12, 19, 25 by 12. What I got here? 25 by 12. What I got here? 25 by 12. So what did we got answer now? 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4 plus 5 by 6. 1 by 2, 3 by 4 we added first. Then we added 5 by 6. And 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4 and 5 by 6. Then also we got the same answer. So what do we understand now? Rational numbers are associative with respect to addition. Okay, Nana? Now, identity property. What is identity property? Okay, before going to identity, natural numbers are associative with respect to addition. Whole numbers are associative with respect to addition. Integers are associative with respect to addition. And then this rational numbers just we learned, they are also associative with respect to addition. Now what is identity? For any number, if you add a number like B, if you get the same A again, B will be called as identity. Okay, that is higher classes definition. But in rational numbers, we have 0. 0, if you add to any number, it will give you the same result. This two and this two are same, identical. After operation, it is not changing. That's why it is called identity element. 3 plus 0 is equal to 3. 4 plus 0 is equal to 4. 5 plus 0 is equal to 5. 6 plus 0 is equal to 6. 7 plus 0 is equal to 7. When you add 0 to any number, does the answer is changing? No, it is not changing. It is keeping the same as it was before. It is keeping identical. So it is called identity element. So rational numbers are having an identity element 0. Additive identity is what? 0. In natural numbers, we don't have additive identity. In whole numbers, we have additive identity. In integers, we have additive identity. And in rational numbers, we have additive identity. These things you have to remember for competitive exams. Today, the last property I am telling you, additive inverse. Okay, additive inverse. What is additive inverse? For 3 by 4, by adding what you will get 0. Minus 3 by 4. For 5 by 6, by adding what you will get 0. Minus 5 by 6. For minus 5 by 6, by what you will get 0. Plus 5 by 6. So these are called additive inverse. So in this video, you learned about closure property, commutative property, associative property, identity and inverse. In our next video, you will learn about distributive property. Thank you for watching this video. These problems are there in 8th class mathematics textbook. You read, solve and try to get the answers. All the best. Thank you.